The Luftschlacht um England was the attempt of the German Air Force in the Second World War, after the victory over France between summer 1940 and early 1941, to force the capitulation of Great Britain with air attacks against the British armed forces and British cities, or to prepare the planned invasion of the island by gaining air superiority. The battle is a series of British air battles led by the German Air Force against the Royal Air Force RAF. British historians determine the period of the battle from the 10th of July to the 31st of October 1940, since from this day the day attacks failed to take place on a larger scale. Some sources and statistics refer to a period up to May 1941, when the Air Force combat squadrons for the Operation Barbarossa were withdrawn towards the Soviet Union. The destruction of the Royal Air Force RAF was regarded as a basic prerequisite for a successful invasion, the planning of which had already been discussed between Hitler and Grand Admiral Raeder in December 1939, Operation Seelow. Hitler later hoped, however, to force Great Britain into peace negotiations through increased bombardment. At the end of September 1940, the invasion plans were internally postponed indefinitely, i.e. effectively abandoned. On the 22nd of June 1940 an armistice was signed between the French army and the German Wehrmacht, much to the disappointment of Great Britain. Because of the quick victory over all war opponents except Great Britain, signals were expected from Hitler, which expressed the wish for an end to the fighting on the part of the British. In fact, there were political and popular tendencies willing to do so. But Arthur Neville Chamberlain, who had until then represented the appeasement policy, had resigned as Prime Minister on the 10th of May 1940, and the energetic Winston Churchill took his place. He made it clear on the 13th of May that the war could only end with victory at any price. The attacks of the British RAF on German cities began with the attack on Mönchengladbach on the 11th of May 1940 with 35 bombers.